Chun Youngzi comes back after checking the place where Tian Yazi was attacked. Mujin asked him about the situation. Chun Youngzi told her that he looked into it, and the sword chi traces on Tian Yazi's body resembled their sect's technique. Mujin asked him if has anyone from their sect gone down the mountain recently. Chun Youngzi told her that there is some who come down the mountain, but there is none capable of piercing Tianyu Pavilion's numerous restrictions with a sword and injuring Tian Yazi. Mujin thought that, is it the sword master Zhao Jinyu? But she then thought that in this life, the sword master hasn't joined the Taiyi sect yet. He shouldn't have any cultivation. He has always been in the Zhao residence. When Mujin thought about how Muluo Shui was clinging to the Zhao Jinyu again, she gets more angry. Mujin asked Chun Youngzi to help her get rid of a person. Chun Youngzi was confused. He asked her who was that person that she want to get rid of. And that night, Chun Youngzi was goes to Zhao resident dressed like an assassin. Chun Youngzi thought that it's best if you don't use the sex technique for these shady jobs. Chun Youngzi picked some human-shaped paper doll and said that he holds no grudges, but today shall be the day that person shall die. He activates his spiritual energy on those pepper dolls and use his ghost-controlling art. 5 aggregates dark spirits to awake the ghost killers. Chun Youngzi said that everyone has their own destiny. Please don't resent him, pitiful mindless princess. He ordered those ghosts to go towards Zhou resident. All this ghost entered Zhou resident on the other side. Mu Luoshu was with Yuanji in her room. She was telling Wenji to write a letter on the other side of the house. Zhao Jinyu was taking a bath. Suddenly, Zhao Jinyu opens his eyes because he felt someone. After completing that letter, Yuanji asked Mu Luoshui if that all to write. Mu Luoshui told her that that's all for now, and asked Yueshe to gather them as soon as possible. Yuanji turned around to greet Mu Luoshui, but she was too shocked to see that a ghost killer was about to attack Mu Luoshui from behind. Yuanji shouted, "Spirit Lord, watch out!" Mu Luoshui turned around to see what is behind her. That ghost killer's knife was to close to Mu Luoxu's eyes. But before that knife could touch his Mu Luoxu, a sword with sword chi on it killed that ghost killer. Mu Luoxue was surprised to see that. Suddenly, other 4 ghost killers attacked Mu Luoxue. But before Mu Luoxue could react, that sword killed all those killers in and instead. Mu Luoxue was surprised, thinking who saved her just now. And to maintain such a strong sword chi from such a small hole, who is it? Outside the Zhou resident, Chun Youngzi was confused, because his connections suddenly break off. Chun Youngzi saw a bright light coming from Zhao resident. That light was that sword. It attacked Chun Youngzi. He barely dodged that sword. Dun Youngzi back off from there. Chun Youngzi was scared after seeing a terrifying sword chi he thought was an expert of this caliber actually hidden in the Zhao residence. A ghost-like thing appeared in front of Chun Youngzi. That was Zhao Jinyu, who was wearing his war mask. Zhao Jinyu said to Chun Youngzi that was really commendable for Jixinga to release ghosts here. Zhao Jinyu asked him if he have any last words. Chun Youngzi relished that he could get caught. He knows that he need to escape. He back off from Zhao Jinyu, thinking this distance should be enough for him to escape. But Zhao Jinyu covered that distance in an instant. Chun Youngzi was surprised, thinking what just happened. Zhao Jinyu pulled out his sword and attacked Chun Youngzi. Chun Youngzi back off again. Zhao Jinyu again attacked Chun Youngzi with his sword. Chun Youngzi asked him to wait a moment, but Zhao Jinyu didn't stop and attacked Chun Youngzi. But he could not touch Chun Youngzi because of a barrier. Zhao Jinyu relished that Chun Youngzi has a protective treasure. It was a barrier bracelet which Chun Youngzi was wearing. Chun Youngzi tried to talk with Zhao Jinyu, saying that one should spare people where it is possible. They can talk first. But Zhao Jinyu attacked him again. Zhao Jinyu stopped then, and said to Chun Youngzi that Chun Youngzi seems like a hitman. If he tell Zhao Jinyu who is the person behind him, he shall leave Chun Youngzi's corpse intact. Zhao Jinyu used his sword controlling art. 8 points of sword domain. Many chi sword appear all over Chun Youngzi. He relished that Zhao Jinyu was trying to keep him here. A sword formation appear around Chun Youngzi and Zhao Jinyu. Chun Youngzi said to Zhao Jinyu that this place is the capital. If they continue to fight, Zhuguos will arrive. Zhao Jinyu grabbed his sword and asked Chun Youngzi, why do he assume that his bracelet can keep him safe until the Zhuguo arrive? Zhao Jinyu appeared behind Chun Youngzi suddenly and was about to attack Chun Youngzi. Chun Youngzi was too surprised. Zhao Jinyu used his slashing epoch technique and attacked Chun Youngzi. Chun Youngzi's hand became numb. Chun Youngzi looks at his hand and thought, this skill cut off a person's force, instead he body. Chun Youngzi gets angry. He called thunder to come forth. Chun Youngzi changed himself and goes into his true immortal form. He said to Zhao Jinyu that he will fight Zhao Jinyu till death. Zhao Jinyu, after seeing that assassin-looking guy using Taiyi Orthodox sect Great Thunder Dharma, relished that is he. Zhao Jinyu's senior brother Chun Youngzi. Chun Youngzi attacked Zhao Jinyu with his thunder sword. Chi. Zhao Jinyu moved his finger to counterattack Chun Youngzi with his sword Chi. There was a huge blast. Zhao Jinyu thought that it's no wonder that assassin's voice sounds familiar. Zhao Jinyu remembers that in his past life, Only Chun Youngzi and Zhao Jinyu learned the thunder art technique. Zhao Jinyu was thinking that, why is the senior brother here? He has no reason to confront Zhao clan. Zhao Jinyu knows that his senior brother is simple-minded. He must have been exploited by others. Zhao Jinyu was thinking, what should he do? He can't let his senior brother go. But he also can't leave it alone because he don't know what his senior brother will do when the time comes. Zhao Jinyu thought that he have no other choice. He can only make his senior brother recuperate like the chaplain for a few months. Both Zhao Jinyu and Chun Youngzi were thinking that they will end this in 15 rounds. Suddenly Bai Chuan appeared there. He said to Zhao Jinyu and Chun Youngzi that both of them are having fun. Can he join in? Eunuch Hai was also there. He asked them that, how daring of them to be so audacious in the capital. What do they take the Zhou dynasty for? Both Zhao Jinyu and Chun Youngzi were surprised to see them there. Zhao Jinyu thought that, even if it is Bai Chuan, it's too fast for her to arrive here from the palace. But he thought that, it's been a long time since she returned to the capital with the 5th prince. It seems they came out for a walk. The old eunuch might have been accompanying them. Suddenly a thought hit Zhao Jinyu that, if Bai Chuan is here then, does it mean the 5th prince is also there? When Zhao Jinyu saw 5th prince, he thought that 5th prince has the divine eye. Zhao Jinyu launched his sword chi towards 5th prince. Both Bai Chuan and Eunuch Hai turned around, and goes to save 5th prince. Bai Chuan gets angry asking how dare they attack Ji Ruiyuan. But no one was in the sky. Chun Youngzi got on a belighting thinking, there sure are lots of hidden experts in the capital. He almost got caught. Suddenly an arrow comes flying and pierces in Chun Youngzi's chest. The one who released that arrow was Muluo Shue. She said that, the enemy shall be eradicated completely. Muluo Shue was tired, because it's still difficult for her to use the sun bow as of now. Muluo Shue thought that, was it a person from the Zhao clan who helped her just now? She had no idea her husband was hiding a light immortal expert. Muluo Shue was worried thinking, who could it be who wants to kill her? UNG asked her if she is okay. Muluo Shue was thinking that, is it the imperial family or the witch clan, Oregon? Did she somehow unknowingly offend any light immortal? Muluo Shue make a face like villain, and said that it doesn't matter. Although the sunbow didn't manage to kill that assassin, the mark has been carved. If he dares to come again, she will do everything in her capacity to kill him. Muluo Shue asked UNG to bring her paper and brush. She want to refine some magic treasure. She told UNG to ask Yue Ishin to help her find some materials. Muluo Shue was sitting on the chair with her head down. She said that, even though things are different from her past life, how can she endanger her husband because of her? Even in her critical situation, Muluo Shue was worried about Zhao Jinyu. When Mujin was in the room she heard door opening sound. She realized that it is Chun Youngzi. She asked him how did it go. But to her surprise Chun Youngzi was seriously injuries. She asked him how did he get such serious injuries. Chun Youngzi told her that he got careless this time. When Chun Youngzi thought about what happened to him today, he realized that he had been staying in the mountains for far too long. He had no idea such an expert existed in the world. Mujin asked him if she should return to Taiyi sect to get someone to come and heal him. Chun Youngzi told her that there's no need. No matter what happened he is still one of the 9 peak masters, can handle it by himself. Chun Youngzi asked Mujin if she can guard him for 3 days. Mujin said, she will do that. Mujin asked Chun Youngzi if Muluo Shue is dead. Chun Youngzi didn't say anything first. Then he told her that Muluo Shue might still be well and alive. When Mujin heard that her soul almost left her body, Mujin started hitting Chun Youngzi saying that, an earth immortal like him can't even kill an ordinary human, he is totally useless. Mujin stopped hitting him, and asked him if his identity was also exposed. Chun Youngzi told Mujin that, he got forced into using the thunder art technique, but if he is lucky he might not get caught. When Mujin heard that, she started beating Chun Youngzi. On the other hand, Eunuch Hai was recognized Chun Youngzi's great thunder dharma attack. He was thinking if it was done by the immortal from Taiyi sect, but he doesn't know about the other person. Eunuch Hai's hand is still numb from receiving one of his random attacks. Suddenly someone called Eunuch Hai. It was the 5th prince Ji Ruiyuan. He asked Eunuch Hai if he have any idea what those 2 people's identities could be. Eunuch Hai greets him and said that he is useless and has no idea. He asked 5th prince and Bai Chuan what they think who were those people. 5th prince told Eunuch Hai that at that time, he was standing too far. All he saw was everyone's auras getting tangled up. Bai Chuan said that, it's been a long time since he went down the mountain. He have no idea what kind of experts there are in this world. But Bai Chuan angrily said that, whoever it is, if he ever see him again, he will never let them get away. Eunuch Hai said to 5th prince that when that person saw Bai Chuan, he immediately looked for the prince and attacked him. It seems like he recognizes both of them. Why don't the 2 of them contemplate for a while and see if they can find any clues? Suddenly Bai Chuan remembers the sword which Zhao Jinyu had. He told 5th prince that he saw a similar sword hung on underclothes of that attacker. He've seen it before. It's the sword Duke Zhao's son uses. Eunuch Hai was surprised. He asked Bai Chuan if what he said is true. Fifth Prince told Unikai and Bai Chuan to wait a moment. He said that the sword might be the same, but it doesn't mean the person is also the same. He said he have already taken a look at Zhao Jinyu's aura. He's a normal person, and the black tortoise diagram is on Fifth Prince's hand. He will never get it wrong. Unikai said that, although Fifth Prince say that, since that attacker's sword came from the Zhao residence, it can only mean they got something to do with this incident. He better return and report it to the Emperor. Fifth Prince said to Unikai Thay. The Zhao clan has a deep foundation. If they are scheming something they gotta be careful. He told Unikai to don't make a big fuss before they find evidence. It will only make the commoner suffer unnecessarily. Unikai told Fifth Prince that he will convey his message to the Emperor. He greets Fifth Prince and asks his permission to leave first. After Unikai left, both Ji Ruyuan and Bai Chuan also left. Someone was secretly listening to them. It was Zhao Jinyu. Zhao Jinyu was angry because he don't want to kill all of those people if possible. But if goes on like that he will be left with no choice. Zhao Jinyu goes towards the house where Muluo Shui leave. Zhao Jinyu was wondering how his silly wife is doing. He was hoping she didn't get hurt, since she was the target. Zhao Jinyu knock on Muluo Shui's house door. Muluo Shui opens the door. Muluo Shui was surprised to see him. Zhao Jinyu asked her that he heard some loud noises just now. Is she okay? Does she want to go out? Zhao Jinyu was thinking that his silly wife used to be the Empress in his previous life. There's no way she will sit still and do nothing after encountering an assassin. Zhao Jinyu can bet that she's making her personal maid help her prepare something. On the other hand, Muluo Shui was too nervous to see Zhao Jinyu. She wants to react like how an ordinary girl will react after encountering an assassin. Muluo Shui started crying like a child saying just now. A weird person broke in, she is too scared. Zhao Jinyu hugged her to calm down. Zhao Jinyu was relieved to see Muluo Shui safe, but he knows that he also need to start moving soon, so that Muluo Shui won't get worried and do something behind Zhao Jinyu's back. Muluo Shui asked Zhao Jinyu to quickly get away from here. From behind UNG was surprised to see that Muluo Shui switches her personality so naturally. After Zhao Jinyu left from Muluo Shui's house, he was thinking about what the next step should he take, but suddenly, Duke Zhao comes running towards Zhao Jinyu, asking him what happened. Duke Zhao asked Zhao Jinyu that he heard from old Fu that a thief broke into their residence. Did Zhao Jinyu attack him? Zhao Jinyu told Duke that someone released ghosts in residence, so Zhao Jinyu had no choice but to intervene. Suddenly, Zhao Jinyu remembered about his elder sister. He asked Duke, "Where's his elder sister?" He said he haven't seen her for the entire day. Zhao Jinyu knows that, with her personality, there's no way she wouldn't have appeared. Was she the assassin's target? Duke Zhao told Zhao Jinyu that his elder sister is paying a visit to her subordinates who followed her back to the capital. Duke had gone just a while back to see her. He asked Zhao Jinyu if something wrong here. Zhao Jinyu said no. There's nothing wrong. He asked Duke to don't tell his sister what happened in the residence. He don't want her to be needlessly worried. Duke said, all right. He asked Zhao Jinyu, did he expose his real strength? Zhao Jinyu told Duke that back then, he was wearing a mask. However, someone definitely noticed the sword he was using belonged to the Zhao residence. Duke Zhao said, in that case, can't Zhao Jinyu just deal with them? Zhao Jinyu told Duke that, if only it were that easy, he would have done that. He told Duke that the one who recognized his is Bai Chuan. Duke Zhao was shocked to hear that, but Zhao Jinyu told Duke that, since they don't have direct evidence, we can simply say the sword was stolen. Duke asked Zhao Jinyu if he think the emperor can be fooled so easily. If he wants to condemn someone, he won't worry about the pretext. Suddenly housekeeper comes running for Duke. He told Duke that eunuch Li from the palace has arrived. Both Duke and Zhao Jinyu were shocked to hear that. They look at each other. Eunuch Li called Duke Zhao, young Master Zhao, and told they that His Majesty has issued a decree. Since the hidden summit peak will open soon, they are welcoming warriors from around the world for tomorrow's banquet. They would like to invite Duke Zhao and his son Zhao Jinyu to attend the banquet. On the other side in Heavenly Pure Palace, Emperor was drinking tea. After he drinks it he give it to Eunuch Hai and ask that noble consort Huang is Eunuch Hai's beloved daughter. Is he really willing to do it? Minister Huang greets Emperor and said that it's a blessing for his daughter to be useful to His Majesty. Moreover, he won't feel reassured to leave it to others. Emperor smiled when he heard what Minister Huang said. He stand up from his seat and said that Minister Huang is so merciless. They'll do as he say. Emperor said he also want to see it at tomorrow's banquet. He wonder if Duke Zhao wants to save his debauchee son or that expert who could defeat an earth immortal. Minister Huang said he can bet the situation will be quite entertaining during the banquet. On the other side, in Zhao residence, both Duke and Zhao Jinyu were thinking about the invitation which Emperor give them. Duke Zhao said to Zhao Jinyu that Emperor must have planned the banquet as some sort of trap. Zhao Jinyu said to Duke that since they don't have any direct evidence they should attend it. If they don't participate they will look suspicious. Zhao Jinyu thought that, if something happens, he is confident enough to escape the palace together with Duke Zhao. Suddenly, Zhao Jinyu asked Duke if their clan still have any experts. Duke Zhao points his finger at himself saying, "Isn't there one expert right in front of Zhao Jinyu?" Zhao Jinyu turned his face showing that he don't expect much from Duke. Duke get angry at him. While going, Zhao Jinyu said to Duke that he will return first and think about how to deal with that idiot emperor. Duke gets angry calling Zhao Jinyu bastard, asking him if he is not going to discuss it with his dad this time again. When Zhao Jinyu left, Duke thought, why did Zhao Jinyu ask about the expert in their clan? Did Zhao Jinyu detect that person's presence? On the other side, Zhao Jinyu was thinking that his stinky dad is unwilling to tell him who might it be. Even in his previous life, he didn't know the existence of such a person. If there's really an expert, usually it's someone who looks ordinary. Housekeeper Old Fu was walking from there. Zhao Jinyu thought, could it be Old Fu? But suddenly Old Fu's tangled his foot and fall on the ground. When Zhao Jinyu saw it, he realized that he is overthinking it. Many years ago, Ji Ruyuan was teaching Ji Chang, who was the son of current emperor, all the questions that Ji Ruyuan asked Ji Chang. Ji Chang answered him without hesitation. Ji Ruyuan was happy to teach Ji Chang. He ended the class for that day. Ji Chang greets Ji Ruyuan and was about to leave, but Ji Ruyuan told him to wait. Does he have a last question remaining? Ji Ruyuan asked Ji Chang that there is no shortage of skilled imperial physicians in the palace. Why does Ji Chang insist on learning medicine from him? Ji Chang told Ji Ruyuan that a maid who has been caring for him since he was a child died due to not receiving timely treatment. Ji Ruyuan was surprised when he heard that. Ji Ruyuan smiled at his answer. It appears to Ji Ruyuan that the Zhou dynasty will soon be welcoming a benevolent king, but he at the time didn't understand just what kind of place was the imperial palace. In present time, in the imperial palace, Unikai greets them. Unikai told 5th Prince that His Majesty is already waiting at the Hall of Mental Cultivation. He asked 5th Prince to please follow him. He also greets Bai Chuan and told him to please wait here. Bai Chuan asked him what is it. Unikai told Bai Chuan that the emperor only summoned the prince, so he told Bai Chuan to rest in the main hall. Bai Chuan asked Unikai if he mishear him that Ji Xinghe is ordering Bai Chuan. Unikai begged Bai Chuan to don't make it difficult for him. Bai Chuan was about to say something to Unikai, but Ji Ruyuan asked him to wait, telling him that he will be right back. Bai Chuan was not happy about it. Ji Ruyuan told him to don't worry. He said he know what he is doing, because right now, he clearly understand what kind of place the imperial palace actually is. When Unikai and 5th Prince were walking, 5th Prince asked Unikai if the emperor alone in the Hall of Heart Cultivation. Unikai told 5th Prince that His Majesty also summoned the princes and princesses there. Ji Ruyuan realized that the emperor apparently wants to borrow his eye to have a glimpse of the princes and princesses' future, just like back then. 10 years ago, Emperor told Ji Chang that today is the day his 5th imperial uncle's eye disease fully healed. His 5th imperial uncle can be considered as his tutor, so he should let him look at what his future will look like. Ji Ruyuan removed the clothes from his eyes and looks at Ji Chang. Emperor, ask him how is it. Ji Ruyuan told Emperor that he see a golden dragon surrounding the body. It's the aura of a king. When Emperor hear about aura of a king, he asked Ji Chang, what do we think? Ji Chang told Emperor that in his opinion, everything is possible. Even if he don't have the aura of a king, he can still achieve greatness. Emperor laughs loudly saying it's excellent words, everything is possible. Emperor stand up and while grabbing a sword, he told Ji Chang that, to commemorate today, he will present Ji Chang with a treasure sword. He told Ji Chang to be prepared to receive it. Ji Chang raised his hand to receive the sword. Emperor while unlacing the sword told Ji Chang that he also like to tell him something, which is a person should bide their time. Ji Chang was surprised to hear that. At that moment, Emperor cut down Ji Chang's head with his sword. Ji Ruyuan was too shocked to see that. Emperor called him and said that he accidentally splashed the blood everywhere. Can Ji Ruyuan lend him a cloth to wipe it off? After that incident, 5th left the palace. Unikai notified the emperor that the 5th prince has arrived. Ji Ruyuan was thinking, is the emperor going to repeat the tragedy from that year? Why can't he spare even his children? Ji Ruyuan knows that Ji Xinghe is unworthy to be a king. Unjust people must repent their karma. On the other side, Duke Zhao and Zhao Jinyu also entered the imperial palace.